Hi, beloved, esteemed guests, and beloved members of our community. What does it mean to dedicate something? To dedicate a building is to set it apart, to offer it for a noble purpose, to say, this place stands for something greater than just bricks and mortar. This place is a beacon, a promise, a living testimony to what we hold dear. Today, as we gather in this beautiful new building, this shelter, this sanctuary, this center for humanitarian efforts, I want to invite you on a journey. Not just a journey through this space, but a journey through one of the most captivating stories in the Bible, the story of Samson and Delilah. At first glance, you might wonder, what does the story of Samson and Delilah have to do with us, with this building, with our mission to serve humanity? I promise you, their story is more relevant to our cause and to the act of dedication than you might think. Let's begin at the beginning, because every story, every building, every mission has a beginning. In the book of Judges, chapters 13 through 16, we meet Samson, a man chosen by God before his birth. His mother was told by an angel, "You will conceive and give birth to a son. No razor may be used on his head, because the boy is to be a Nazarite, dedicated to God from the womb." Samson's strength was legendary. He tore apart a lion with his bare hands. He defeated armies single-handedly. He was a man set apart, dedicated to God's purpose. But like all of us, Samson was human. He faced temptations. He struggled with pride, with anger, and with love. And in that struggle, we see a mirror of our own journey, the journey of following God without looking back. Why do we build? Why do we dedicate? Why do we serve? Today's dedication is not just about this building. It is about our commitment to follow God's call, to serve others, to reach out with compassion and love. We are building not just with our hands, but with our hearts. Our humanitarian efforts are an outpouring of our faith, a reflection of God's love for all people. But like Samson, we must guard our hearts against distraction, against the temptation to turn away from our calling. Let's pause for a moment. Think about Samson's journey. He had everything: strength, purpose, a divine calling. But he allowed himself to be distracted, to compromise. Delilah, whose name is forever linked with betrayal, asked him repeatedly, "Tell me the secret of your great strength and how you can be tied up and subdued." Isn't that the question we all face? What is the secret of our strength? What is the foundation of our mission, our passion, our ability to serve? For Samson, the answer was clear. His strength came from his dedication to God. But when he broke his vow, when he allowed his dedication to waver, his strength left him. Then she called, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." He awoke from his sleep and thought, "I'll go out as before and shake myself free." But he did not know that the Lord had left him. Friends, let us not be found asleep at the wheel of our own calling. Let us not take for granted the source of our strength. Let us not look back, longing for what was, or distracted by what could be, but stand firm in our dedication to God and to the work before us. This building, these walls, these rooms, this roof will shelter the weary, feed the hungry, heal the broken, and give hope to the hopeless. But only if we, like Samson in his final moments, turn our hearts fully to God. In the end, Samson prayed, "Sovereign Lord, remember me." "Please, God, strengthen me just once more." And God restored his strength. We all have moments when we falter, when doubts creep in, when the task seems too great, when we are tempted to give up. But God is faithful. When we dedicate ourselves, our lives, our work, our buildings to Him, He gives us the strength to continue. Let's make this personal. Each of us, in some way, is building something. It might be a home, a career, a family, a community, or a legacy. The question is, what are we building on? Are we building on the shifting sands of self-interest, or on the solid rock of God's love? Are we looking back, longing for the past, or are we moving forward with faith, trusting in God's promises? Think of the humanitarian work that will happen here. Every meal served, every bed provided, every hand held in comfort is an act of love. Each act echoes the words of Jesus. "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." But to serve with impact, we must be dedicated, not half-hearted, not distracted, but all in. Like Samson, we must recognize that our strength comes not from ourselves, but from God. We must be vigilant, guarding our hearts and minds, refusing to let the Delilahs of this world, distractions, discouragement, doubt, rob us of our purpose. What does it mean to follow God without looking back? It means trusting that the path ahead is better than the comfort we leave behind. It means stepping out in faith, even when the road is hard. It means saying, "Here I am, Lord, send me." It means dedicating not just a building, but our very lives to His service. Let me share a story from our own community. Not long ago, a young woman walked through the doors of our old building, seeking shelter. She had lost everything: her job, her home, her hope. But here, she found warmth, kindness, and the love of strangers. Today, she is thriving, giving back, helping others who walk the same difficult path. Her story is a testament to the power of dedication, the dedication of those who built, who volunteered, who gave, who prayed. That is the legacy we continue today. That is the legacy we dedicate this building to. A legacy of compassion, of service, of following God without looking back. So, as we stand at this threshold between what was and what will be, let us rededicate ourselves. Let us remember Samson's story, not as a tale of failure, but as a call to faithfulness. Let us heed the words of Philippians 3:13-14. "But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." Let us press on together. Let us serve together. Let us build together. Not just structures, but lives touched by the love of God. May this building be a place where hope is born, where love is lived, where God's light shines for all to see. May we, like Samson in his redemption, find our strength in God alone. And may we, above all, follow Him without looking back. Thank you. And may God richly bless this building, your lives, and every humanitarian effort that springs forth from this place. Hi, beloved friends and fellow seekers of truth. Let me begin by asking you a question. Have you ever found yourself standing at a crossroads, torn between what you know is right and what simply feels good in the moment? If you're honest, I believe we all have. Today, I want to share with you a story from the Bible, a story that echoes through the centuries, a tale with lessons as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. It is the story of Samson and Delilah, and from it, we will draw out a lesson on the importance and the advantages of following God. Introduction: the power and the fall. Imagine a man blessed with incredible strength, a man who could tear apart lions with his bare hands and defeat entire armies single-handedly. That man was Samson. But despite his supernatural power, he was brought low by a weakness, not of the body, but of the heart. Samson's story is not just about strength and betrayal. It is a warning, and ultimately a beacon of hope, about the choices we make, the company we keep, and the unfailing advantages of following God. Body, the story unfolds. Let's step into the story for a moment. Samson's life was set apart from birth. In Judges 13:5, an angel of the Lord tells his mother, "You will conceive and give birth to a son. No razor may be used on his head, because the boy is to be a Nazarite, dedicated to God from the womb." Samson was chosen, set aside for a purpose. He had every advantage: God's presence, God's promise, and God's power. But Samson, like many of us, struggled with obedience. He had weaknesses. He developed a pattern of ignoring God's instructions for his own desires. He fell in love with Delilah, a woman who did not share his faith and who did not have his best interests at heart. Time and again, Delilah coaxed Samson to reveal the secret of his strength. Each time, he resisted, but finally, worn down, he gave in. Judges 16:17 recounts, "So he told her everything. 'No razor has ever been used on my head,' he said, 'because I have been a Nazarite, dedicated to God from my mother's womb. If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man.'" Delilah betrayed Samson. She told his secret to his enemies, the Philistines. They cut his hair, captured him, blinded him, and made him a prisoner. The mighty man was brought low, not by an army, but by the choice to walk away from God's command. Lessons from the story. So what can we learn from Samson and Delilah? What message does this ancient story hold for us today? First, obedience matters. Samson's strength was not in his muscles, but in his relationship with God. It was his obedience to God's command that set him apart. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." When Samson trusted God, he was unstoppable. When he leaned on his own understanding and desires, he became vulnerable. Second, the company we keep influences our destiny. Samson's downfall began when he chose relationships that led him away from God. 1 Corinthians 15:33 warns us, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." Who we surround ourselves with matters. Are they lifting us up, encouraging us in faith, or pulling us away from God's path? Third, God's forgiveness is always available. Even after his fall, when Samson was blinded and imprisoned, he cried out to God. Judges 16:28 says, "Then Samson prayed to the Lord, 'Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more.' And God answered. Samson's final act was one of faith, and God restored his strength. This is a powerful reminder that no matter how far we stray, no matter how badly we mess up, God's arms are always open to those who return to him. Psalm 86:5 assures us, You, Lord, are forgiving and good, abounding in love to all who call to you. The advantages of following God. Now let's talk about the advantages of following God, drawing from Samson's story and the broader message of the Bible. 1. Unshakable strength. When we follow God, we tap into a power beyond ourselves. Philippians 4:13 declares, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Samson's physical strength was a symbol of the spiritual strength we all receive when we walk with God. That strength helps us resist temptation, overcome challenges, and persevere in adversity. 2. Clarity and purpose. God gives our lives direction. Proverbs 16:9 tells us, in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. When we seek God's will, our lives take on new meaning. We are not just drifting through life, we are on a mission, guided by the Creator of the universe. 3. Protection and guidance. Psalm 23:1-3 comforts us. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for His name's sake. God's guidance keeps us safe from harm and leads us to places of peace and fulfillment. 4. Inner peace and joy. Following God brings a peace that the world cannot offer. Philippians 4:7 promises, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Even when storms rage around us, we can have joy and calm within. 5. Hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11 gives us this assurance. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God's plans for us are good. Samson's story reminds us that even after failure, God can restore us and give us a new beginning. Relatable examples. Let me share a simple story. Imagine a young person facing peer pressure. Everyone else is going a certain way, but deep down, they sense it's not right. When they choose to stand firm in their faith, maybe they lose a few friends, but soon they gain respect, true friends, and a sense of peace. That's the advantage of following God. You may not always get what you want, but you will always get what is best for you. I once heard about a businessman who was tempted to cut corners for quick profit. He remembered the words of Proverbs 10:9. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. He chose honesty, even though it cost him in the short term. But in the long run, his reputation grew, and so did his business. God honors those who honor Him. Rhetorical questions to reflect. What about you? Are you standing at a crossroads today? Are you being tempted, like Samson, to trade your calling for fleeting pleasure? Are you surrounding yourself with people who pull you closer to God, or those who pull you away? The urgency of the message. Time is precious. Every day, we make decisions that shape our lives and the lives of those around us. Samson's story warns us that even the strongest among us can fall if we turn away from God. But it also assures us that no matter how far we've fallen, God is ready to restore us if we turn back to Him. Conclusion. Choose the better path. In closing, the story of Samson and Delilah is not just a cautionary tale. It is a call to choose the better path. It is a reminder that our true strength is found not in ourselves, but in our relationship with God. When we follow Him, we gain strength, direction, protection, peace, and hope. We gain a life that is meaningful and blessed, not just for ourselves, but for everyone we touch. So I urge you today, choose to follow God. Trust Him with your heart, your decisions, and your future. Learn from Samson's mistakes, but also from his faith. Let God be your source of strength, your guide, and your greatest advantage in life. Thank you, and may God bless you as you walk in His ways.